A poor janitor saves a mafia boss's dying son after 1,000 doctors failed. With nothing but a borrowed textbook and her mother's wisdom, she walks into a room where hope had already died and notices what every expert missed. Within hours, the boy who was supposed to be dead starts breathing again. The media calls it a miracle. The hospital calls her a hero. But when the child suddenly crashes 2 days later, everything changes. She's dragged out in handcuffs while cameras flash and crowds scream for her blood. The mafia boss who once thanked her now watches in silence as they take her away. But here's what no one knows. The real poison didn't come from her hands. It came from his empire, and the truth he's been hiding could destroy everything he's ever built. Will he sacrifice his freedom to save the girl who saved his son? Or will an innocent teenager pay the price for sins she never committed? I push my cleaning cart down the long hallway. The wheels squeak with every turn. My name is Aaliyah Johnson. I am 17 years old. I clean floors at Manhattan Memorial Hospital. The morning light comes through the tall windows. It makes everything look softer than it really is. I stop at room 412 and spray the glass door. My reflection looks tired. I wipe it away. 2 nurses walk past me. They don't look at me. Nobody really looks at janitors. "Did you hear about the boy upstairs?" one nurse whispers. "The mafia boss's son," the other nurse asks. "Yeah, 1,000 doctors couldn't save him." My hand stops moving. I hold the cloth against the glass. "They say he's dying," the first nurse says. Her voice drops lower. "Nothing's working." They turn the corner. Their voices fade. I finish cleaning the door. My chest feels tight. I think about my mama. She died 2 years ago in a hospital bed. The doctors tried everything. Nothing worked for her either. I move to the next room. My cart rattles behind me. At lunch, I sit alone in the basement break room. I pull out my biology textbook. Mrs. Chen from the library lets me borrow books. She's the only one who knows I want to be a doctor. I read about allergic reactions. My sandwich sits untouched beside me. Mama used to tell me stories about healing. She worked as a nurse's aide before she got sick. "Baby girl," she would say, "sometimes the answer is simple. Sometimes doctors look too hard." Her voice was gentle. I miss it every day. The page in front of me shows different drug interactions. Something clicks in my mind. I remember what the nurses said, the symptoms they whispered about. My breath catches. I read the page again. Could it be that simple? I shouldn't go upstairs. The private wing is off limits to cleaning staff. But my feet carry me there anyway. I feel afraid. My hands shake as I push my cart. The hallway is quiet. 2 security guards stand outside a room at the end. They're talking and don't notice me. I turn my cart toward a supply closet. I move slowly. I look like I belong here. The door to room 801 is slightly open. I peek inside. A boy lies in the bed. He looks about 12 years old. His skin is too pale. Machines beep around him. An IV drips into his arm. Something shifts in my chest. He reminds me of my little cousin Marcus. I hear footsteps. Someone's coming. I slip into the room and close the door softly behind me. The room is bigger than any I've ever cleaned. Fresh flowers sit on every table, but they can't hide the smell of sickness. I walk closer to the bed. The boy's breathing sounds wrong, too shallow. My eyes find the IV bag. I check the label. Then I look at his chart hanging on the wall. My heart pounds. I shouldn't be reading this, but I do anyway. The medications listed don't make sense together. Mama told me about this once. She said doctors sometimes miss the obvious things. "What are you doing in here?" I spin around. A tall man stands in the doorway. He wears an expensive suit. His eyes are dark and hard. 3 other men in suits stand behind him. My voice catches. I can't speak. "I asked you a question." His voice is dangerous. I'm sorry," I whisper. "I just wanted to help." He takes a step toward me. His jaw tightens. "You're a janitor." "Yes, sir." "Then clean the floors and get out." His voice is cold. I should leave. I know I should. But I look at the boy again. He's dying. I can see it. "Sir, I think I know what's wrong," I say. The man's eyes narrow. "What did you say?" My hands tremble, but I force myself to speak. "The medications. They're reacting with each other. It's causing his symptoms. Get out." His voice is louder now. "Please," I say. "Just listen. My mama was a nurse. She told me about this." One of the other men moves toward me. But the tall man raises his hand. Something shifts in his expression. He looks at me differently. "You have 30 seconds, he says. I explain as fast as I can. My words tumble out. I point to the IV bag, then to the chart. I tell him what I learned from my textbook, what my mama once said. The silence stretches between us. The machines keep beeping. "You're saying the best doctors in New York missed this?" he asks. I'm saying sometimes the answer is simple. My voice is quiet. He stares at me. His eyes search my face. I feel afraid, but I don't look away. Finally, he pulls out his phone. "Get Dr. Morrison up here. Now." 10 minutes later, 3 doctors crowd into the room. They look angry. One of them recognizes me from the hallways. His face turns red. "Sir, we cannot allow unauthorized personnel," he starts. "Shut up and listen to her," the tall man says. I explain again. My voice shakes, but I keep going. The doctors look at each other. One of them picks up the chart. His eyes widen. "It's possible," he says slowly. "The combination could cause a severe reaction." "Could?" The tall man's voice is sharp. "We'd need to test it," another doctor says. "Then test it." The tall man isn't asking. The doctors leave quickly. The tall man stays. He walks to the window and looks out at the city. His shoulders are tight. "What's your name?" he asks. "Aaliyah Johnson." "I'm Vincenzo Romano." He doesn't turn around. "That's my son, Matteo." I felt my chest tighten. "I'm sorry he's sick. If you're wrong about this..." He stops. His hands form fists. "I know," I whisper. We wait. The room feels heavy with hope and fear. 2 hours pass. I should have left, but Vincenzo told me to stay, so I sit in the corner. I watch Matteo breathe. I pray silently. Mama used to say, "God hears all prayers, even the quiet ones." The doctors come back. They changed the IV. They adjusted the medications. Now we wait some more. "Why did you come up here?" Vincenzo asks suddenly. I look up. He's watching me. "I heard the nurses talking about your son. I thought I might be able to help." "You risk your job for a stranger?" "My mama always said we're supposed to help when we can." My voice is soft. Something shifts in his face. He looks away. The heart monitor beeps steadily. Then something changes. The rhythm gets stronger, more regular. A doctor rushes to check Matteo's vitals. His eyes widen. His oxygen levels are rising. I stand up. My breath catches. Matteo's fingers move. Just slightly, but they move. Vincenzo crosses the room in 3 steps. He takes his son's hand. "Matteo?" The boy's eyelids flutter. He doesn't wake, but his color looks better, less gray. The doctors talk quickly to each other. They check machines. They write notes. One of them looks at me. His expression is strange, like he can't believe what's happening. "It's working," Vincenzo says. His voice breaks. I feel tears on my cheeks. I wipe them away quickly. Vincenzo turns to me. His eyes are wet too. "You saved my son. I just noticed something," I whisper. "No." He shakes his head. "You saved him." The next morning I try to go back to work, but everything has changed. People stare at me in the hallways. They whisper. Some smile. Others look suspicious. "You're the janitor girl," someone says. "The one who healed the Mafia boss's son," another person adds. I keep my head down. I push my cart, but I can feel their eyes on me. Mrs. Chen finds me during my break. She's smiling so wide. "Aaliyah, everyone's talking about what you did." "I just suggested something," I say. "You saved a boy's life." She hugs me tight. "Your mama would be so proud." My chest feels tight. I miss mama so much right now. That afternoon, reporters gather outside the hospital. They want to interview me. I hide in the supply closet. I don't know what to say to them. Vincenzo finds me there. He knocks softly on the door. "Can I come in?" I open the door. He looks different today. Less hard, more human. "I want to thank you properly," he says. "Name your price." "I don't want money," I tell him. "Then what do you want?" I think about my textbooks, my dreams, my mama's voice telling me I could be anything. "I want to study medicine, like really study, at a real school." His eyes find mine. "Done. Just like that. Just like that." He hands me a card. "Call this number tomorrow. I'll arrange everything." I look at the card. My hands shake. "Thank you." "No, Aaliyah. Thank you." His voice is sincere. Matteo wakes up the next day. His eyes open slowly. He looks confused. Then he sees his father and smiles weakly. "Dad?" Vincenzo's breath catches. He leans forward. "I'm here, son. I'm here." "I had weird dreams," Matteo says. His voice is soft. Someone was singing. I'm standing near the door. I didn't mean to intrude, but Matteo sees me. His eyes widen. "You're real," he says. I step closer. "Hi, I'm Aaliyah. You were singing in my dream." He smiles. "It was pretty. My throat feels tight. That's my mama's hymn. She used to sing it to me. Can you sing it again? I look at Vincenzo. He nods. So I hum the melody softly. Matteo closes his eyes. He looks peaceful. When I finish, he's smiling. Thank you for saving me. You're welcome, I whisper. 2 days later, everything falls apart. I'm cleaning on the 3rd floor when I hear shouting. People are running toward the elevators. Their faces look scared. It's the Romano boy, someone yells. My heart drops. I abandon my cart and run. The private wing is chaos. Doctors rush in and out of Matteo's room. Nurses shout orders. Medical equipment crashes through doorways. I push through the crowd. What happened? The boy's crashing, a nurse says. New symptoms. Worse than before. No, this can't be happening. I try to get closer, but a security guard blocks my path. No unauthorized personnel. But I helped him, I say. Yeah, and look what happened. He crosses his arms. You made it worse. His words hit me like a punch. My chest tightens. Dr. Morrison storms out of Matteo's room. He sees me and his face turns red. You, this is your fault. What? No, your little theory nearly killed him. He points at me. Security, remove her from this floor. Please, let me just... Now! 2 guards grab my arms. They're not rough, but they're firm. They escort me toward the elevator. Other staff members watch. Some look sad. Others look angry. I see Vincenzo through the crowd. Our eyes meet. He looks lost, scared. He doesn't stop them from taking me. In the Human Resources office, my supervisor won't look at me. She slides a paper across her desk. You're suspended pending investigation. I was trying to help, I say. My voice shakes. You overstepped your authority. Her voice is flat. You interfered with medical care. But Matteo is getting better. And now he's dying. She finally looks at me. Her eyes are hard. Clean out your locker. You're not allowed back on hospital property. I feel numb. I nod. I can't speak. Outside, rain pours from grey clouds. I don't have an umbrella. I don't care. People stare as I walk through the lobby. Someone whispers, "That's her, the one who hurt the boy." I push through the doors. The rain soaks through my uniform. I walk to the bus stop. I sit on the curb. I put my head in my hands. I failed. I tried to help and I made everything worse. My mama's locket hangs around my neck. I touch it. The metal is cold against my fingers. "Mama," I whisper. What do I do now? The rain keeps falling. Nobody stops to help. I'm just a girl on a curb, crying in the rain, invisible again. I don't go home right away. I can't face Grandma yet. She'll see my face and know something's wrong. She'll ask questions. I'll have to explain how I failed. I walk through our neighborhood. The buildings are old here. Paint peels from walls. Some windows are broken. But it's home. Mrs. Rodriguez from the corner store waves at me through her window. I wave back. I try to smile. It feels fake. Finally, I climb the stairs to our apartment. My legs feel heavy. I unlock the door. The smell of Grandma's cooking fills the air. Usually it makes me happy. Today it makes me want to cry. "Baby girl? That you?" Grandma calls from the kitchen. "Yes, Mom," I say. She comes into the living room. She's wearing her church apron. She takes one look at my face and opens her arms. "Come here, child." I fall into her hug. The tears come hard. I sob against her shoulder. She holds me tight. She doesn't ask questions yet. She just holds me. "They fired me," I finally say, "and Matteo's getting worse. They blame me. Tell me everything," she says gently. So I do. I tell her about finding Matteo, about the medications, about how he got better, then worse, about Dr. Morrison, about being escorted out. Grandma listens. Her hand rubs my back. When I finish, she's quiet for a moment. "Did you do your best?" she asks. "Yes, ma'am." "Did you try to help?" "Yes." "Then you did right." Her voice is firm. Sometimes doing right don't look like winning. Not at first. "But what if he dies?" I whisper. "What if I killed him?" "Baby, you don't have that kind of power." She takes my face in her hands. "Life and death belong to God. You just tried to help. That's all we can do." I want to believe her, but guilt sits heavy in my stomach. That night, I can't sleep. I lie in bed and stare at the ceiling. My phone is off. I don't want to see the news. I don't want to read what people are saying about me. I think about Matteo's smile, how he called me pretty when I sang, how his hand felt so small and cold when I held it. Please, God, I pray, please let him live. I don't care what happens to me, just let him live. The silence stretches in the dark. I wait for an answer, for peace, for something. Nothing comes. Morning light wakes me. I didn't mean to fall asleep. My eyes feel swollen from crying. I drag myself out of bed. Grandma is already up. She's watching the news. Her face is tight. What is it? I ask. She turns up the volume. A reporter stands outside Manhattan Memorial. The condition of Matteo Romano remains critical. Hospital sources say the experimental treatment suggested by a janitor may have caused his current complications. The district attorney's office is investigating. I feel sick. My stomach twists. They're going to arrest me. We don't know that, Grandma says, but her voice isn't sure. Someone knocks on our door, hard, 3 times. Grandma and I look at each other. She stands. I'll get it. Through the door I hear men's voices. Official, cold. My breath catches. This is it. This is really happening. Grandma comes back. 2 police officers follow her. One of them looks at me. Aaliyah Johnson? Yes, I whisper. You're under arrest for practicing medicine without a license and unauthorized tampering with medical equipment. He pulls out handcuffs. You have the right to remain silent. She's 17, Grandma shouts. She's just a child. Ma'am, please step back. The officer puts the cuffs on me. They're cold, they're tight. My hands shake. Call Pastor Williams, I tell Grandma. Please. I will, baby, I will. She's crying now. I love you. I love you too. My voice breaks. They lead me out. Neighbors stand in their doorways. They watch. Mrs. Rodriguez covers her mouth with her hand. Her eyes are sad. The police car waits downstairs. They put me in the back seat. The door slams shut. As we drive away, I look back. Grandma stands on our steps. She's praying. I can see her lips moving. Her hands are clasped tight. I press my hand against the window. The glass is cold, just like everything else. I whisper the words to Mama's hymn. My voice is too quiet to hear, but I sing them anyway. In my heart, I sing them for Matteo, for Grandma, for Mama in heaven, for anyone who will listen. The city passes by outside. Gray buildings, gray sky. Everything looks like it's crying. I close my eyes. I pray one more time. Please, just let him live. The jail cell smells like bleach and metal. I sit on a thin mattress. The walls are concrete. Everything is gray. A woman in the next cell keeps crying. She's been crying for hours. I want to comfort her, but I can't reach through the bars. I touch Mama's locket. They let me keep it. It's the only piece of home I have here. My chest feels tight. I think about Matteo. Is he still alive? Did he wake up asking for me? Does he know they took me away? Aaliyah felt helpless. More helpless than she'd ever felt before. A guard walks past my cell. She's older. Her face is hard, but not mean. Johnson, she says, you have a visitor. I stand up. My legs shake. Who? Your lawyer. They take me to a small room. A woman sits at a metal table. She's young, maybe 30. She wears a tired suit and carries a beaten briefcase. Hi, Aaliyah. I'm Rebecca Martinez. She smiles. Her voice is kind. I'm your public defender. I sit down across from her. The chair is cold. Am I going to prison? Not if I can help it. She opens her briefcase. Tell me everything. So I do. Again, I tell her about Matteo, about the medications, about trying to help. My voice is quiet. Sometimes it breaks. Rebecca takes notes. She doesn't interrupt. When I finish, she looks up. Her eyes find mine. You tried to save a child's life, she says, but I might have killed him instead. You didn't kill anyone. Her voice is firm. The hospital made mistakes. You just noticed them. Then why am I here? Rebecca's jaw tightens. Because someone needs to take the blame and you're an easy target. The truth of her words hurts. But I know she's right. That night, I lie on my bunk. I can't sleep. The lights never turn all the way off. They just dim. Everything stays gray. I pray. I've been praying constantly. Mama used to say prayer changes things. I hope she was right. Hey, someone whispers. You the girl from the news? I turn. A woman sits on the bunk across from mine. She's maybe 40. Her face is kind. Yes, I say. You really try to heal that Mafia kid. I tried to help him. She's quiet for a moment. That took guts. Or stupidity, I whisper. Nah, she shakes her head. This world needs more people like you. People who try. Something shifts in my chest. Thank you. I'm Carmen, she says. Aaliyah. I know, she smiles. Try to get some sleep, girl. Tomorrow's coming either way. Vincenzo stood in Matteo's hospital room. His son's breathing was worse. The machines beeped faster. Doctors came and went. They all had the same look on their faces. Defeat. He pressed his hands against the window. His reflection stared back at him. He looked old. tired, broken. "Sir?" One of his men stood in the doorway. "The lawyers are here. Tell them to wait." Vincenzo's voice was hollow. He walked to Matteo's bedside. He took his son's hand. It felt so small, so fragile. "I'm sorry," he whispered. "I'm so sorry, Matteo." For what, he wasn't sure. For building an empire on blood. For not seeing the poison until it was too late. For letting them take Alia away. For all of it. His chest tightened. He hadn't cried in 20 years. Not since his wife died. But now tears came. They fell on Matteo's blanket. They kept falling. "Mr. Romano." Dr. Morrison entered. He looked uncomfortable. "We need to discuss your son's prognosis." "He's going to live," Vincenzo said. "Sir, I don't think he's going to live." Vincenzo's voice was dangerous. "Find a way." The doctor left quickly. Vincenzo stood alone with his dying son, and for the first time in his life, he felt completely powerless. "Rebecca visits me every day. She brings updates. Most of them are bad. The DA is pushing hard," she says. "They want to make an example of you." "What does that mean?" I ask. 5 years minimum." Her voice is gentle. "Maybe more." My breath catches. 5 years. I'll be 22 when I get out. If I get out. "What about Matteo?" I whisper. Rebecca's face falls. "He's critical. They don't think he'll make it through the week." The room spins. I grip the edge of the table. No, that can't be right. "I'm sorry, Alia." I feel sick. Tears blur my vision. "It's my fault. I did this." "Stop." Rebecca reaches across the table. She takes my hand. "You tried to help. What happens now isn't on you. But it feels like it is. It feels like I killed him." Vincenzo couldn't sleep. He sat in his study at 3 in the morning. Papers covered his desk. Medical reports, drug manifests, supply chain documents. His men had been digging for days, following every lead, checking every source. And they found something. The contaminated drugs came from a company Vincenzo owned, a pharmaceutical supplier he'd bought 5 years ago. He never paid attention to it, just collected the profits. His hands formed fists. He'd poisoned his own son, not directly, but the chain led back to him, to his greed, to corners cut for higher margins. Vincenzo felt guilt like a weight on his chest. It crushed him. He stood and walked to the window. The city sprawled below. His city, built on blood money and broken rules. He once thought power protected the people he loved. He was wrong. A memory came to him, his mother taking him to church when he was 8. He'd asked her why they needed God. She said, "Because power isn't protection, baby. Love is." He never understood what she meant, until now. The next morning, Vincenzo did something he hadn't done in 20 years. He went to church. The building was old, small, nothing like the grand cathedral where he'd buried his wife. This was the church from his childhood, St. Anthony's on 116th Street. He sat in the back pew. The morning light came through stained glass. It painted everything in colors, red, blue, gold. An old priest came out of the confessional. He saw Vincenzo and froze. "Vincenzo Romano." "Father Mike." Vincenzo stood. "It's been a long time. 23 years. The priest walked closer. His eyes were kind. "I thought you'd forgotten us." "I forgot a lot of things." Vincenzo's voice was rough. Father Mike sat beside him. The silence stretched between them, not uncomfortable, just heavy. "My son is dying," Vincenzo finally said. "I heard. I poisoned him, not with my hands, but with my choices." His breath caught. "I built everything for him, to protect him, and it's killing him." "You can't protect people with power," Father Mike said quietly, "only with love." My mother used to say that. She was a wise woman. Vincenzo looked at the altar, at the cross hanging there. "I don't deserve forgiveness. None of us do." Father Mike's voice was gentle. "That's why it's called grace." Something shifted in Vincenzo's chest, a crack in the armor he'd worn for so long. Light got in. It hurt, but it also felt clean. "I've been in jail for 4 days. Carmen talks to me every night. She tells me about her daughter, about the mistakes she made, about hoping for another chance." "You got people who love you?" she asks. "My grandma," I say. "She raised me after my mama died." "Then you're rich." Carmen smiles. "Love's the only thing that matters." I think about mama, about how she loved everyone, even people who hurt her. She said love was stronger than hate, stronger than fear. I want to believe that, but it's hard in here. Vincenzo walked into his lawyer's office. 5 men in suits stood up. They all looked nervous. "Sir?" "We've prepared a defense strategy," one began. "I'm not defending anything," Vincenzo said. The silence stretched. The lawyers looked at each other. "Sir, I don't understand," another said. "I'm confessing." Vincenzo's voice was calm. "To everything, the money laundering, the bribes, the pharmaceutical scheme, all of it. Mr. Romano, that's suicide. That's justice." Vincenzo looked at each man. "Aaliyah Johnson is innocent. I'm going to prove it. You'll go to prison for 20 years. "I know." Something shifted in his expression. "But my son will know his father did the right thing. Finally." The lawyers tried to argue. Vincenzo didn't listen. His mind was made up. For the first time in his life, he felt free. Not powerful. Not in control. Just free. Rebecca rushes into the visitation room. Her face is flushed. Her eyes are wide. "Turn on the TV," she says. "Now." A guard brings in a small television. He turns it to the news. A reporter stands outside a government building. Behind her, cameras flash. "Breaking news," the reporter says. "Mafia boss Vincenzo Romano just held a surprise press conference. He's confessing to multiple federal crimes." The screen cuts to Vincenzo. He stands at a podium. He looks tired, but also peaceful. His voice is strong. "I'm here to tell the truth," he says. "For years I've run illegal businesses. I've bribed officials. I've broken the law, and because of my greed, my son almost died." The crowd murmurs. Cameras click. "Aaliyah Johnson is innocent," Vincenzo continues. "She noticed what trained doctors missed. She saved my son's life. Then my mistakes almost killed him. She tried to fix what I broke, and now she's in jail because of me." My breath catches. Tears fill my eyes. "I'm turning myself in," Vincenzo says. "I'm confessing to everything. And I'm asking the DA to drop all charges against Aaliyah. She's a hero, not a criminal." The press explodes with questions. Vincenzo doesn't answer them. He walks away from the podium. Police officers meet him. They put handcuffs on him. He doesn't resist. The camera zooms in on his face. He's smiling. It's the first time I've seen him smile. "He did it," Rebecca whispers. "He actually did it." Aaliyah felt something break inside her, but not in a bad way. Like a dam breaking, like pressure releasing. I cry. I can't stop. Carmen reaches through the bars and squeezes my hand. "See," she says, "love's stronger than power." The next morning, Rebecca comes back. She's carrying papers. She's grinning. "They're dropping the charges," she says. I stand up so fast my chair falls. "What?" "Vincenzo's confession changed everything. The DA doesn't have a case anymore." Her voice is excited. "You're going home, Aaliyah." My legs feel weak. I sit back down. "Just like that?" "Just like that." She squeezes my shoulder. "They're processing your release now." "What about Vincenzo?" Rebecca's smile fades a little. "He's going to prison, probably 20 years. My chest tightens. He gave up everything. For me, for the truth. "Can I see him?" I ask. "Before they take him away?" "I'll ask," Rebecca says. 2 hours later, I'm free. I walk out of the jail into sunlight. It hurts my eyes. Everything is too bright. Grandma is waiting. She runs to me. We hold each other. She's crying. I'm crying. We don't let go for a long time. "My baby," she keeps saying. "My baby girl." "I'm okay, Grandma," I whisper. "I'm okay, but I'm not thinking about me. I'm thinking about Matteo, about Vincenzo, about everything that's happened. I need to go to the hospital," I tell Grandma. "They said you could visit tomorrow." "No, now." My voice is urgent. "Matteo needs me." Grandma looks at my face. She nods. "Okay, baby, let's go." Manhattan Memorial looks different, bigger, scarier. I haven't been here in a week. It feels like a lifetime. Rebecca meets us at the entrance. "I got you temporary clearance, but Aaliyah, you should know." "Know what?" Her eyes are sad. "Matteo crashed again this morning. They don't think he's going to make it." "No, not after everything." I run through the lobby. Grandma and Rebecca follow. People stare. Some recognize me from the news. I don't care. The elevator takes forever. My heart pounds. My hands shake. "Please, God, please." The doors open on the private wing. Doctors and nurses rush past. Alarms sound from Matteo's room. I push through the crowd. "You can't go in there," someone shouts. But I'm already inside. Matteo lies on the bed. His skin is gray, his lips are blue, machines scream around him. Doctors work over him. Their movements are frantic. His heart rate is dropping. Starting compressions. We're losing him. I feel my chest tighten. This can't be happening. Not now. Not after everything. A doctor pushes on Matteo's chest. 1, 2, 3. The rhythm is mechanical. Desperate. The heart monitor flatlines. The sound is one long, horrible beep. "Time of death," a doctor begins. "No," I scream. Everyone stops. They look at me. Their faces are shocked, sad, tired. I push past them. I reach Matteo's bedside. I take his cold hand. "Matteo," I whisper. "Come back. Please come back." The silence stretches. The monitor keeps its flat, endless tone. "Miss, he's gone," a nurse says gently. "No." I shake my head. Tears pour down my face. "No, he's not." I lean over him. I press my mama's locket to his chest, and I sing. I sing Mama's hymn, the one she taught me when I was little, the one about healing and hope. My voice is broken. It shakes, but I keep singing. The doctors stand frozen. They don't stop me. Maybe they know I need this. Maybe they're just too tired to care. I sing every verse. My hand holds Matteo's. My tears fall on his blanket. Please God, I pray between verses. Please let him live. Let him have a second chance. Let all of this mean something. The room is silent except for my voice. No one moves. No one breathes. I finish the last verse. The last note hangs in the air, then fades. Nothing happens. Aaliyah felt her heart break. Completely. Finally. The nurse reaches for the sheet to cover Matteo's face, and then a beep, faint. So faint I almost miss it. Another beep. My breath catches. I look at the monitor. The flat line jumps. Once. Twice. His heart's beating, someone whispers. The beeps get stronger, more regular. The doctors rush back. They check machines. They shout orders. Matteo's fingers twitch in my hand. His chest rises, falls, rises again. "It's impossible," a doctor says. "It's a miracle," another whispers. I look down at Matteo's face. Color returns to his cheeks. Just a little, but it's there. His eyes flutter open. They're unfocused at first. Then they find me. He smiles weakly. "You came back," he whispers. "So did you," I say. My voice breaks. Something shifts in the room. The tension releases. The fear lifts. Everyone stands in stunned silence. Then they start moving again, checking vitals, adjusting medications, working with new energy, new hope. A nurse touches my shoulder. Her eyes are wet. "What you just did, it wasn't me," I whisper. "It was grace." End of part 2. Would you like me to continue with part 3? Tenta novamente tien continue plotted narrative arc for final story section. The user wants me to continue with part 3. I need to maintain the same style and follow the outline for Act 3, chapters 17 to 24, which covers healing, reconciliation, acceptance, and emotional renewal. Let me review what's happened so far. Aaliyah saved Matteo initially. She was arrested and jailed. Vincenzo confessed to his crimes to free her. Matteo flatlined, and Aaliyah brought him back with prayer and song. We're now entering the final act. Part 3 should cover Matteo's recovery, the miracle of Manhattan, Vincenzo visiting before custody, Aaliyah studying, rebuilding the Grace Center, opening prison visits Matteo's graduation, the 5-year epilogue, I need to maintain, first person from Aaliyah's perspective, 95%, brief shifts to other characters, 5%, present tense for main timeline, short sentences, max 20 words, short paragraphs, max 5 sentences, all the repetitive formulas, emotional depth and redemptive themes, around 4,000 words total. Let me write. Part 3 now. Part 3. The next morning, sunlight fills Matteo's room. He's sitting up for the first time in weeks. His color looks better, not perfect, but better. I sit in the chair beside his bed. Grandma went to get coffee. The nurses keep peeking in. They smile when they see Matteo awake. "Everyone's calling it the miracle of Manhattan," Matteo says. His voice is weak but steady. "That's what the news said," I tell him. He looks at me. His eyes find mine. "You saved me twice." "God saved you," I say. "I just showed up." That's what my dad would say. Matteo's smile fades. "Where is he?" My chest tightens. "He's in custody. He confessed to his crimes. To free me. He did that for you?" "He did it for the truth." My voice is soft. "For you, so you'd know he chose right." Matteo is quiet for a moment. Tears fill his eyes. "Can I see him?" "I'll ask," I promise. That afternoon, they bring Vincenzo to the hospital. He wears handcuffs. 2 officers walk beside him, but they give him space when he enters Matteo's room. I stand to leave, to give them privacy. "Stay," Vincenzo says. His voice is gentle. "Please." So I do. I sit by the window. I look outside, but I listen. "Dad." Matteo's voice breaks. You're really going to prison? Yes, son. Vincenzo sits on the edge of the bed. For a long time. Because of me? No. Vincenzo takes Matteo's hand. Something shifts in his expression. Because of me. Because of choices I made before you were born. I don't want you to go. I know. Vincenzo's breath catches. But I need to make things right. The silence stretches between them. I hear Matteo crying softly. Vincenzo holds him. He whispers things I can't hear. Things meant only for his son. When they finally pull apart, Vincenzo looks at me. Alia, come here. I walk over. My legs feel shaky. Vincenzo reaches into his pocket. An officer tenses, but Vincenzo just pulls out a folded paper. He hands it to me. What is this, I ask. The deed to my sister's house. She wants you to stay there while you study. His voice is sincere. You saved my son twice. You gave me the courage to save my soul. Let me do this. I can't accept, please. His eyes find mine. Let me be part of something good. Before I go. Alia felt tears on her cheeks. She nodded. She couldn't speak. Vincenzo stands. The officers move forward. I love you, Matteo, he says. Be better than me. I will, Matteo promises. I'll make you proud. You already do. Vincenzo smiles. It reaches his eyes. You're my miracle. They take him away. I watch through the window as they walk him down the hall. He doesn't look back. He keeps his head high. Something shifted in my heart. I understood now. Redemption isn't about escaping consequences. It's about facing them with grace. 2 weeks pass. Matteo gets stronger every day. He walks the hallways. He jokes with nurses. He draws pictures for everyone who helped him. I visit him every morning. Sometimes we talk, sometimes we just sit in comfortable silence. Grandma loves him already. She brings him her famous cookies. She calls him baby boy. He calls her Grandma Evelyn. It makes us all smile. One afternoon a woman comes to visit. She's elegant, kind-looking. She has Vincenzo's eyes. You must be Alia, she says. I'm Lucia, Vincenzo's sister. Nice to meet you, I say. I wanted to thank you. Her voice is warm. For everything you've done for my family. I just tried to help. You did more than that. Lucia sits beside me. You reminded us what matters. Not power, not money, just love. She tells me about the house, about the library full of books, about how I can study there as long as I need. Her hand finds mine. She squeezes gently. We're family now, she says. Whether you want us or not. My throat feels tight. I want you. Matteo is discharged on a Thursday. Media crowds the hospital entrance. Cameras flash everywhere. Reporters shout questions. Lucia's security team creates a path. I walk beside Matteo. His hand holds mine. He looks scared of all the attention. Just keep walking, I whisper. They're all looking at us. He says, let them look. I squeeze his hand. We know the truth. A reporter pushes forward. Alia, how does it feel to perform a miracle? I didn't perform anything, I say clearly. God did. I just had faith. What message do you have for young people? I stop. I look at the camera. Never be afraid to help, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Matteo smiles up at me. Something shifts in his face. He looks peaceful. We get in the car. The door closes. The noise fades. Finally, we can breathe. Living at Lucia's mansion feels strange at first. Everything is so big, so clean, so quiet. My room has more books than our whole apartment. A desk by the window. A bed softer than clouds. I keep expecting someone to tell me it's a mistake, but Lucia treats me like family. She helps me study. She teaches me biology and chemistry. She's patient when I don't understand. She celebrates when I do. Matteo's room is down the hall. We have dinner together every night. Sometimes he helps me with homework. Sometimes I help him with art projects. Grandma comes over twice a week. She cooks. She prays with us. She makes the big house feel like home. Your mama would be so proud, she tells me one evening. I miss her every day, I whisper. I know, baby. Grandma's voice is gentle, but she's watching and she's smiling. Vincenzo writes letters from prison, one every week. He tells Matteo about the classes he's teaching, about the men he's helping learn to read, about finding purpose behind bars. He writes to me too, short notes, kind words. Thank you for showing me what grace looks like, one letter says. You gave my son life. You gave me hope, says another. I write back. I tell him about Matteo's progress, about my studies, about plans for the future. One day his letter is different, longer, more personal. Alia, it begins. I spent my whole life building walls, protecting myself, protecting my family. But walls don't protect. They isolate. You showed me that real strength is vulnerability. Real power is love. I'll spend the rest of my life trying to be the man you believed I could be. Thank you for not giving up on my son, on me, on us. You're the daughter I never knew I needed. With gratitude, Vincenzo. Aaliyah felt her chest tighten. She read the letter 3 times. Then she folded it carefully. She put it in her desk drawer, next to Mama's picture. 6 months pass. I throw myself into studying. Lucia hires tutors. I take practice tests. I study late into the night. The medical school entrance exam is in 2 weeks. I'm terrified. What if I fail? What if I'm not smart enough? Matteo finds me crying at my desk one night. He sits beside me. He doesn't say anything at first. He just sits. What if I can't do this? I finally whisper. You brought me back from the dead, he says. His voice is matter-of-fact. You can do anything. I laugh through my tears. That was God, not me. God used you. Matteo's hand finds mine. He'll keep using you if you let him. Something shifts in my heart. The fear doesn't disappear, but it gets smaller, more manageable. Thanks, Matteo, I say. That's what brothers do. He grins. Brothers. The word makes me warm inside. I pass the entrance exam, not just pass. I score in the top 10%. Lucia cries when she reads my results. Matteo does a victory dance. Grandma lifts her hands and praises God. A week later, a letter arrives. An acceptance letter from Manhattan Medical College, full scholarship, starting in the fall. I stare at the paper. My hands shake. This is real. This is actually happening. Mama, I whisper. I did it. I feel her presence somehow, like she's watching, like she's proud. That evening Vincenzo calls from prison. The warden allows him 5 minutes. His voice sounds happy, more peaceful than I've ever heard it. I'm so proud of you, Aaliyah, he says. I couldn't have done it without you, I tell him. Yes, you could have. His voice is warm. But I'm honored to be part of your story. You're not just part of it, I say. You changed it. The silence stretches, but it's comfortable, full of understanding. I'm working on something, Vincenzo says. A project. I'll tell you more when it's ready. Okay, I say. I can't wait. A month later, Vincenzo's lawyer visits the mansion. He carries blueprints and legal documents. He spreads them on the dining table. Mr. Romano wants to open a free clinic, the lawyer explains. In your mother's name, the Grace Center. My breath catches. What? He's selling his remaining assets. Everything legal anyway. He wants to create something good, something lasting. The lawyer points to the blueprints. He wants you to help design it. I look at the drawings. A bright, welcoming building. Exam rooms, a pharmacy, a children's wing. Everything a community needs. Tears blur my vision. He's really doing this. He is. The lawyer smiles. He said your mother taught you to heal. He wants to honor that. Lucia puts her arm around me. Matteo squeezes my hand. Grandma wipes her eyes. Let's build it, I whisper. Let's build Mama's legacy. Construction takes 8 months. I visit the site every week. I watch walls go up, windows installed, rooms painted in soft, hopeful colors. Medical students volunteer to help. Community members donate supplies. The whole neighborhood comes together. Everyone wants to be part of something beautiful. Matteo designs a mural for the children's wing, angels and clouds and stars. In the center, a woman singing. It looks like Mama. It makes me cry every time I see it. She'd love it, Grandma tells me. I hope so, I whisper. The opening day is set for June 15th, 3 days before my 18th birthday, 3 days before Matteo's 13th birthday. It feels perfect. Vincenzo is brought to the clinic opening under guard. His hands are cuffed, but he's smiling, really smiling. Hundreds of people gather outside. Children hold balloons. Elderly folks sit in folding chairs. News cameras record everything. I stand at the ribbon. I wear a white coat Lucia bought me. It has my name embroidered on it. Dr. Aaliyah Johnson. I'm not a doctor yet, but someday I will be. Vincenzo stands beside me. The guards allow it. He looks at the building. His eyes are wet. Your mother would be proud, he says quietly. So would yours, I tell him. Something shifts in his expression. He nods. He can't speak. I pick up the scissors. Matteo holds one side of the ribbon. Vincenzo holds the other. Together, we cut. The crowd cheers. Balloons float into the sky. Children run inside to see the mural. Elderly folks line up for free checkups. An old homeless man shuffles past me. He stops. He looks at my face. Then he smiles. "God bless you, child," he whispers. My breath catches. Those were Mama's last words to me, in the hospital right before she died. "God bless you too," I whisper back. He walks inside. I watch him go. I feel Mama's presence, strong and warm and proud. Aaliyah felt complete, finally, fully. I start medical school in September. The classes are hard, harder than I imagined. But I study every night. I pray every morning. I keep going. Mateo starts 8th grade. He makes friends. He joins the art club. He volunteers at the clinic on weekends. He helps register patients. He draws pictures for sick children. Everyone loves him. Lucia volunteers too. She runs the administrative side. She makes sure everything runs smoothly. She's incredible at it. She finds her purpose in service. Grandma comes every Tuesday. She sits in the waiting room. She talks to lonely patients. She prays with anyone who asks. She makes the clinic feel like home. We're a family now, not by blood, by choice, by love. Once a month I visit Vincenzo in prison. We sit across from each other, glass between us, phones to our ears. He looks different now, older, but also younger somehow. The hardness is gone from his face. His eyes are clear, peaceful. Mateo's doing great, I tell him. Straight A's this semester. He gets that from his mother, Vincenzo says. His voice is proud. Tell me about the clinic. So I do. I tell him about the patients we've helped, the babies we've delivered, the elderly folks we've comforted, the hope we've given. You did that, I say. You created all of this. No, Aaliyah. His eyes find mine. You did. I just paid for the building. You brought the grace. Something shifts in my chest. We did it together. Yes, he agrees. Together. The guard says time's up. I press my hand to the glass. Vincenzo presses his hand to the same spot. We smile at each other. No words needed. I leave the prison feeling full, not sad, not empty, just full. A year passes, then another. Time moves differently now, faster, gentler, fuller. I'm in my 3rd year of medical school, top of my class. But that's not what matters. What matters is learning to heal, to comfort, to serve. Mateo is 15 now, tall, confident, still kind. He talks about becoming a pediatrician. He wants to help kids like himself, kids who need hope. The Grace Center serves over 200 patients a week. We never turn anyone away, rich or poor, documented or not. Everyone receives care. Everyone receives love. One evening I'm closing up when a woman walks in. She's young, pregnant, scared. "I don't have insurance," she says. Her voice shakes. "That's okay," I tell her. "Sit down. We'll help you." Her eyes fill with tears. "Really? Really?" I smile. "That's what we're here for." I examine her. I listen to the baby's heartbeat, strong and steady. I give her vitamins. I schedule her next appointment. I hug her when she cries from relief. This is why Mama wanted me to heal. Not for glory, not for money. For moments like this, for love made real. Vincenzo is released on parole after 5 years. Good behavior, changed man. The system finally sees what we all knew. He's not who he was. Mateo and I pick him up. We wait outside the prison gates. When he walks out, he looks small, vulnerable, human. Mateo runs to him. They hold each other, both crying, neither ashamed. I hang back, give them space. But Vincenzo looks at me over Mateo's shoulder. His mouth forms 2 words. "Thank you." I nod. That's enough. Vincenzo moves into a small apartment near the clinic. He volunteers every day. He greets patients at the door. He helps elderly folks with paperwork. He listens to people's stories. He serves with his whole heart. "I spent 40 years taking from people," he tells me one day. "I'll spend the rest giving back." His voice is quiet, determined, true. He looks different in casual clothes. No suits, no guards, just a man trying to do right, finally. Children at the clinic love him. They don't know his past. They just know he's kind. He tells them stories. He makes them laugh. He's gentle with their fears. One little girl asks him, "Are you an angel?" Vincenzo's eyes get wet. He looks at me. Something shifts in his face. "No, sweetheart," he says, "but I know one." He's looking at me, at Mateo, at Lucia, at Grandma, at all of us. We're his angels, his second chance, his grace. Mateo graduates high school in June. He's valedictorian. His speech is about second chances, about hope, about the girl who saved his life. The whole community attends. The auditorium is packed. People stand in the aisles. News cameras record from the back. Matteo stands at the podium, confident, poised, alive. 7 years ago, I was dying, he begins. His voice is strong. The doctors said I had no hope, but a 17-year-old janitor disagreed. She didn't have medical training. She didn't have authority. She just had courage, and faith, and love. He looks at me in the front row. His eyes find mine. Aaliyah Johnson didn't just save my body. She saved my family, my father, my future. She showed us all what grace looks like, what sacrifice means, what love can do. His voice breaks slightly. I'm standing here today because she refused to walk past a stranger in need, because she chose compassion over fear, because she believed when no one else did. The audience is silent, completely still. So, to anyone here who thinks they're too young, too poor, too powerless to make a difference, Matteo pauses. You're wrong. One act of kindness can change everything. Choose love. Choose courage. Choose to show up. That's all it takes. That's all it ever takes. The auditorium explodes with applause. People stand. They cheer. Some cry. Matteo walks off stage. He comes straight to me. He hugs me tight. Thank you, he whispers, for everything. Aaliyah felt her heart might burst. With pride, with love, with gratitude. Thank you, I whisper back, for living. After the ceremony, Matteo gives me a small box. His hands shake slightly. Open it, he says. Inside is Mama's locket, but it's different. Someone repaired the broken clasp, polished the tarnished silver, engraved new words on the back. Faith heals. My breath catches. Tears spill down my cheeks. Your Mama's faith healed me, Matteo says softly, through you. I wanted you to have something to remember that, to remember her, to remember all of us. I put the locket on. It sits against my heart, where it belongs. I'll never take it off, I promise. 5 years later, I walk through the Grace Center as Dr. Aaliyah Johnson, for real this time. I finished medical school, passed my boards, earned my white coat. The clinic is bigger now. We added a second floor, more exam rooms, a dental wing, a mental health center. We serve 500 patients a week, sometimes more. Vincenzo works here full-time. He's 73 now, moving slower, but still sharp, still kind. He greets every patient by name. He remembers their stories. He makes everyone feel seen. Matteo runs the children's wing. He's in his 2nd year of pediatric residency. Kids adore him. He speaks their language. He understands their fears. He's the doctor I always knew he'd be. Lucia manages the whole operation. She's brilliant at it. She keeps us funded. She keeps us growing. She keeps us focused on what matters. Service, love, grace. Grandma is 85 now. She moves slower, but her faith is strong as ever. She still comes on Tuesdays. She still prays with patience. She's the heart of this place. One evening, we gather on the clinic rooftop, all 5 of us. The city spreads below. Lights twinkle like stars. The sun sets in gold and orange. Remember when this was just an idea? Lucia asks. I remember when it was just a dream, Vincenzo says. His voice is soft. It's not a dream anymore, Matteo adds. It's real, it's ours. It's theirs. I gesture to the city below. We just get to be part of it. Grandma takes my hand. She takes Matteo's. We all join hands. A circle of love. A family made by choice. Your Mama would be so proud, Grandma whispers. She is, I say. I believe it. I feel it. I know it. The sun dips below the horizon. Darkness comes softly, but the city lights keep shining, like hope, like grace, like love that never ends. Vincenzo's voice breaks the silence. Thank you, Aaliyah, for seeing past who I was, for showing me who I could be. Thank you, I tell him, for choosing to change, for choosing us, for choosing right. Something shifts in the air, a moment of perfect peace, of complete belonging. We stand together as the stars come out, as the city breathes below, as life continues in all its beautiful, broken, redeemed ways. And I understand finally, completely, fully. Healing isn't about fixing what's broken. It's about loving through the cracks. It's about showing up when it's hard. It's about choosing faith when fear seems easier. It's about grace, always grace. Aaliyah smiled. Everything was finally at peace. I stand at my bedroom window in the early morning. The city is just waking. Soft light touches the buildings. Everything looks new. 8 years have passed since I pushed my cleaning cart down that hospital hallway. 8 years since I met a dying boy, since I met a broken father, since everything changed. Sometimes I still can't believe this is my life. That scared 17-year-old girl feels like a different person, but she's still inside me, still humble, still grateful, still trying to help. Mama's locket hangs around my neck. I touch it every morning. I whisper thank you for second chances, for grace, for love that transforms everything. 6 months later, I'm preparing for the biggest day of my career. The Grace Center is expanding again. We're opening a teaching hospital, a place where medical students can learn to serve, where compassion matters as much as skill. I've been appointed director of education. Me, a girl who once cleaned floors, now teaching the next generation of healers. Aaliyah felt overwhelmed, but also ready. I walk through the empty building. The halls smell like fresh paint. Sunlight streams through tall windows. Everything is bright, clean, full of possibility. Matteo finds me in the main lecture hall. He's carrying coffee and pastries. His smile is wide. Nervous? He asks. Terrified, I admit. Good. He hands me the coffee. It means you care. We sit in the front row. We look at the empty seats. Tomorrow they'll be filled with students, eager faces, open hearts, future doctors. Remember when you used to sneak into my hospital room? Matteo says. His voice is gentle. You were supposed to be unconscious, I tease. I heard you singing. He looks at me. His eyes find mine. Even in the darkness, I heard you. And I knew I'd be okay. My throat feels tight. You saved me too. You know that? How? You gave me purpose. My voice is soft. You showed me my mama's dream was possible, that a poor girl could become a doctor, could build something that matters. Something shifts in his expression. We built it together, all of us. Yes, I agree. Together. That evening, Grandma hosts dinner at Lucia's house. It's become our tradition. Every Sunday, the whole family gathered, food and laughter and love. Vincenzo sets the table carefully. He moves slowly now, but he smiles more. His face has softened with age, with peace. Lucia brings out her famous lasagna. Matteo makes garlic bread. I prepare salad. Grandma supervises from her chair. She's frailer now, but her spirit is strong. Tell them the news, Lucia says to Vincenzo. He stops arranging plates. His hands shake slightly. I've been writing a book about redemption, about second chances. Dad, that's amazing, Matteo says. It's about all of you. Vincenzo's voice is thick with emotion. About how love saved me. About how grace changes everything. Aaliyah felt her chest tighten. What's it called? The Girl Who Sang in the Darkness. He looks at me. I hope that's okay. Tears blur my vision. I nod. I can't speak. My publisher wants to donate the proceeds to the Grace Center, Vincenzo continues, to help more people, to spread the light. Grandma lifts her hands. Thank you, Jesus. This is what faith looks like. We gather around the table. We hold hands. Grandma prays like she always does, thanking God for food, for family, for another day together. Amen, we all say. The word echoes in the warm room, full of meaning, full of hope. After dinner, Matteo and I walk through the neighborhood. The streets are quiet, familiar. This area used to scare people. Vincenzo's territory, a place of fear. Now it's different. Children play on stoops. Elderly folks sit outside. People smile. They wave. They know us. We pass the spot where I sat crying in the rain, where everything felt hopeless, where I thought I'd failed. I come here sometimes, Matteo says quietly, to this spot, to remember. Remember what? That the darkest moments can become the greatest gifts. His voice is sincere. If we don't give up, if we keep faith, we stop walking. We look at each other. My little brother, my miracle, my family. I love you, Matteo, I say. I love you too, Aaliyah. He hugs me tight. Thank you for not walking away. That day in the hospital. You could have. You should have. But you didn't. I couldn't, I whisper. Something told me to stay, to help, to try. That something was grace, he says. Yes, it was. It always is. The teaching hospital opens on a Tuesday. 50 students attend orientation. Their faces are young, hopeful, nervous. I stand before them in my white coat, Mama's locket visible at my throat. My hands shake, but my voice is strong. Welcome to the Grace Center School of Medicine, I begin. You're not here by accident. You're here because you want to heal, not just bodies, but hearts, lives, communities. The students listen. Their eyes find mine. They lean forward. Medicine isn't about prestige or money, I continue. It's about service, about seeing people others overlook, about showing up when it's hard, about choosing compassion over convenience. I tell them my story, about Mama, about cleaning floors, about a dying boy, about faith that moves mountains, about grace that transforms everything. Some students cry, others take notes furiously. All of them understand. This place is different. This education is different. We're teaching more than medicine, we're teaching love. You'll make mistakes here, I say. You'll doubt yourselves. You'll feel inadequate. That's normal. That's human. But remember, the greatest healers aren't the smartest. They're the most compassionate, the most courageous, the most faithful. Aaliyah felt something shift in the room. A sacred moment. A holy purpose. Now let's begin, I tell them. Let's learn to heal with grace. That night I visit Vincenzo's apartment. He lives simply now. 1 bedroom, basic furniture, walls covered with pictures. Matteo at graduation, the Grace Center opening, our family dinners, moments of joy captured forever. I wanted to give you something, he says. He hands me an envelope. Inside is a letter, handwritten, careful. Dear Aaliyah, it reads, when you walked into Matteo's room 8 years ago, you brought light into my darkness. You didn't know me. You didn't owe me anything. But you stayed. You helped. You believed. You showed me that redemption is possible, that change is real, that grace exists. I spent my whole life building an empire of fear. You showed me how to build a legacy of love. I'll never be able to thank you enough, but I'll spend every day trying. You're the daughter of my heart, the sister Matteo needed, the angel God sent when we'd lost all hope. Thank you for saving my son. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for teaching us all what it means to live with grace. With eternal gratitude and love, Vincenzo. My breath catches. Tears stream down my cheeks. I look up at him. His eyes are wet too. You didn't save just me, I whisper. You saved yourself. By choosing truth. By choosing right. By choosing love. You showed me how, he says. His voice breaks. You showed all of us how. We sit together in comfortable silence. 2 people from different worlds, connected by grace, by choice, by love that transcends everything. Sunday comes again. We gather at Lucia's house, the whole family, but this time we have guests. Some of Matteo's patients, families from the clinic, students from the teaching hospital. The house is full, overflowing. Lucia cooks enough for an army. Matteo sets up extra tables in the backyard. Vincenzo greets everyone at the door. Grandma sits in her favorite chair, the center of everything, the heart of our family. I help serve food. I talk to patients. I hug their children. I listen to their stories. Everyone has a story. Everyone deserves to be heard. A little girl tugs my coat. She's maybe 5. Big brown eyes, shy smile. Are you the singing doctor? She asks. I kneel down. I take her small hands. I am. Who told you that? My mama. She said you saved the sick boy. With a song. With prayer. I correct gently. With faith. With love. Can you teach me? Her eyes are wide, hopeful. My chest tightens. I see myself in her. Young, curious, full of dreams. Of course, I say, come sit with me. We sit on the porch steps. I teach her Mama's hymn. She learns quickly. Her voice is sweet, pure, full of joy. Other children join us, then adults. Soon we're all singing. The melody fills the yard, spills into the street, touches the evening air. Vincenzo stands in the doorway. He watches us. His face is peaceful. His eyes are clear. He's finally home. Not in a place, but in his heart. Matteo sits beside Grandma. He holds her hand. She's getting weaker. We all know it. But tonight she's strong, she's happy, she's exactly where she wants to be. Lucia brings out dessert, homemade pie, everyone's favorite. We eat and laugh and tell stories. The sun sets slowly, painting everything gold. Later, after the guests leave, we sit together on the porch. The 5 of us, our family, chosen, blessed, complete. I've been thinking, Grandma says. Her voice is soft, about legacy, about what we leave behind. We all listen. We lean closer. Money fades, fame disappears, buildings crumble. She looks at each of us. Her eyes find ours. But love echoes forever. It changes hearts. It transforms lives. It never dies. You taught us that, Grandma, Matteo says. No, baby? She squeezes his hand. Your sister taught you. Her mama taught her. Grace teaches us all. We just have to listen. Aaliyah felt tears on her cheeks. Again, always. Happy tears this time. Promise me something, Grandma says. Her voice is urgent now. Promise you'll keep choosing love even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. We promise, we say together. She smiles, satisfied, at peace. The stars come out one by one. The city breathes below. Life continues in all its beautiful complexity. Pain and joy, loss and hope, darkness and light. But we're together. That's what matters. We're family. We're home. I stand and walk to the edge of the porch. I look out at the neighborhood. At the Grace Center glowing in the distance, at people walking home from work, at children playing one last game before bed. This is what Mama wanted for me. Not wealth, not fame, just purpose, just love, just grace made real. Vincenzo joins me. He stands beside me in comfortable silence. Finally, he speaks. Do you ever regret it? He asks. That day you walked into Matteo's room? Everything that happened after? I think about the question. Really think. The arrest, the fear, the pain, the uncertainty. Then I think about Matteo, about this family, about the clinic, about students learning to heal with compassion, about patients receiving care, about love multiplying in ways I never imagined. No, I say. My voice is certain. I don't regret a single moment. Neither do I. His voice is thick with emotion. Not anymore. We stand together, father and daughter, not by blood, by choice, by grace. The night wraps around us gently. Stars shine above. Love surrounds us. Hope fills us. Everything is exactly as it should be. Matteo calls us back inside. Lucia made hot chocolate. Grandma wants to hear Matteo's new patient stories. The house glows with warm light, with laughter, with belonging. I take one last look at the stars. I touch Mama's locket. I whisper thank you for bringing me here, for showing me the way, for teaching me that the hardest hearts can be healed by a single act of compassion. Then I turn. I walk inside. I close the door softly behind me. Home, finally, completely, where love lives, where grace dwells, where healing happens every single day. I sit beside Grandma. She takes my hand. Her skin is soft, warm, familiar. Matteo tells his stories. We laugh. We listen. We're together. This is grace. This moment. This family. This love. Aaliyah smiled. Everything was finally at peace. The end.